Welcome to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska on Big Cabbage Radio.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to Ag Matters. I'm your host, Ken Hoffman. I'm a farmer out in Palmer. My business's name is Matsu Microgreens, and I'm also the executive director of the Matsu chapter of Alaska Farm Bureau. So if anyone wants to join Farm Bureau, learn more about farming, you can always reach out to me at matsufarmbureau@gmail.com, or you could visit our website at alaskafb.org. And if any of you guys have anything interesting to say about agriculture, email me too, and we can maybe get you on the show as well. So today we have somebody in the studio from Alaska Food Company. And so if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and how you got involved with the business.
My name is Danielle, and I actually, through Rotary, met the owners of Alaska Food Company and the CEO, and they invited me to come and work with them. They wanted me on their team.
What do you guys produce?
Yeah, so we freeze-dry food for long-term storage and, self-sustainability.
Okay, very good. And we also have somebody calling in. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us what your involvement with Alaska Food Company is?
Yeah, my name is Mandy Mitchell, and I am the CEO for Alaska Food Company. I started with them about a year ago and moved into this role recently, but it's a great company. The opportunity here in Alaska to provide long-term storage, to provide sustainability, to provide today's prices 10 years from now is huge.
That's awesome. Okay, so I want to hear about how it got started, they started it, what their thought process was behind it, and what year it was started. Mandy, would you do that?
Yeah. So the company started in October of 2022, and it was started by three Alaskans, Sami, Waisanen, Josh Waisanen, and a gentleman named Cody Russell. And when they started the company, their premise was wanted to have our community growing to capacity and sustainability. So if we are able to help a farmer grow that extra 20 acres of fields that they have, and we can take those potatoes, still give them the opportunity to sell at a premium price, and then we can take everything at the end of the day when you freeze dry a potato, right? And to give back to our community where we can make sure that everybody is winning and not just one person, of the utmost importance to us.
For sure, yeah. Perishable products, I know that stress could go, otherwise, they're no longer good. So you guys having that service for farmers is really quite a blessing, having that value-added product. So Danielle, could you tell me more about what your involvement is, what you do day to day?
Yeah, so the procurement and sales executive, and where we are, we are in a few stores, and we're looking to expand that as well. We're in the Three Bears, all about herbs, bushes, bunches. And right now we're at the fair.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I saw you guys was at the fair. Samples.
Samples.
I had the potato. That was really good.
Yeah, it's a favorite.
Cool. So what farmers are you procuring?
So as I talked to you, we were actually looking to work with certain farms, such as Vanderbilt, but he might have that excess produce, or get the word out, so that we would like to grow more, grow to capacity. People that have produce that they can't move, things like that. We're also looking, to expand where we are. We are in a few stores, and we're looking to expand that as well. Might have that excess produce. We're kind of trying to get the word out, so that we can reach them. In fact, I've talked to a lot of farmers at the fair that they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that you could do this." I've given them my card, and they seem interested in that help, that extra help, like what Mandy was saying. Like, if you have too much produce at the end of the year, it could go to waste. We don't want that.
Okay, cool. So what products primarily are you looking for? Like, have you hit your max with potatoes? Are you now looking for carrots? Or are you guys just getting started?
I like really kind of all of it. Yeah, potatoes are a big thing right now for sure. But root vegetables.
And if I can too, we have just wanted to add so we do have Nugent's Ranch out
Point McKenzie.
At Point McKenzie, who is doing some Magic Molly potatoes for us.
Cool.
So we'll have those coming in September or beginning of October timeframe, as well as a bunch of carrots. And so right now, potatoes, carrots, they also have some broccoli and cauliflower that they're doing. So any root vegetable, honestly, we can freeze dry just about anything, right?
Yeah.
If somebody had rutabaga or something else like that, we could do that as well.
Okay, interesting. So tell me more about like rutabaga. If somebody had tons of rutabaga, what product would you guys make with it? Would you just put it in like in a soup mix, or what do you guys have?
You could do a soup mix with it. You could actually use it as a mash. It turns out a really good mash. You could combine it with a potato and do a potato rutabaga mash, but it could also be something as simple as cubes. So you could freeze dry the cubes to do steaks or with steaks or, any protein, but you could add it into a stew. You could just the flexibility to be able to change the product, to do a mash with it if you needed to be able to cube it and have it for a variety of different products is key. And it's the same thing with the potatoes or carrots, any of that. So we'll have some small batches coming out. People will have to watch our website for some different things this fall. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so say I'm a farmer and I've got 2 acres of land and I want to plant 2 acres of rutabaga. Can farmers contract with you guys, like a certain price that you guys will buy it at and make a plan for it? Or do you guys not do that and you just want the product at the end of the year, whatever you can get?
No, so we would love to contract with farmers if they want to grow directly for us, or if they want to grow, be able to sell at markets, that sort of thing, and then, whatever's left over, we can work with them on that. We first want to make sure they're taken care of and that they're meeting their goals also before we come in. We don't want to take away from that market, right? So if somebody had 2 to 5, 10 acres, we will absolutely contract them. We can take it all if that's what they want to do and they don't want to have to hassle with the market. But if they wanted to do the markets and sell what they can, go for it. We're here to back them up at the end of the day.
Cool. Okay. Your facility, how many freeze dryers do you guys have? What's your capacity, for people that don't know much about freeze drying? What does the machine even look like?
So our freeze dryer, actually our big one, holds 1,500 pounds of food at a time. It looks like a small Connex. It's pretty good size. And then we do have a smaller one that is up to 100 pounds. We do 100 pounds in it at a time, and that's for our small batches or stuff like that. And then we have a full-time chef nutritionist on board who has a couple smaller ones that he does some R&D for us.
That's fascinating. So, Danielle, I'm sure you're not getting enough local produce to fulfill, your guys' business. So where else are you procuring from, and what other products are you buying?
Yeah, so I do work with, there's somebody in Anchorage that I've been getting certain things through, I should say. Yeah, we've had people come in with milk, other things that they want, freeze-dried as well. But yeah, we can't grow everything here. There's certain things that we don't grow. So we do have to have it shipped in, but.
Okay, so like strawberries, bananas.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you guys?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
And so where do you guys get those items from?
So I order through, Johnny's.
Okay.
I didn't know what to call that exactly, like a local produce.
Yeah, he's a
person.
distributor.
Yeah,
Johnny
distributor.
Baldwin's,
Thank you.
Okay, so you put in an order with Johnny's, and then how many pounds of fruit are you guys getting from them?
It kind of just depends. Depends on what we are needing at that time.
Okay.
It could be.
So.
Go ahead.
We did our pineapple. When we did the pineapple about a month ago, less than a month ago, we originally started with 64 pounds of pineapple to do a small run. But with any of that stuff, you have waste, right? So you're going to lose the waste from the top, from the crown, from the skin, that sort of thing. So at the end of the day, to do a full run for us, pineapples, we need roughly 175 pounds of fresh pineapple to turn it into to be able to do a run.
Okay.
In our small machine. So if you take that and then times that by 15 for a full run, that's about what we would need to be able to do our large machine at one time.
Wow.
Pineapples.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 175 pounds of pineapple for you said a half run or a small batch?
A small batch, yeah.
Okay, and what does that whittle down to after the freeze drying process?
So with the freeze drying, you're losing the moisture, so you're still maintaining the product. So once you lose your waste, if you will, which we have a couple ideas we want to chat with some local farmers about, but you lose roughly 20% of your product when you're preparing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of it, you're coming out with, so that'll give us roughly 110 bags of pineapple that we sell within, like at Three Bears or something like that. So just a small run just to kind of keep our stock where we need it to be without overstocking and satisfying what we still need. And then, but it just depends, right? Every product's going to be a little different because bananas weigh a little more than a pineapple does when it's freeze-dried. Strawberries hardly weigh anything. Apples weigh a little more than a pineapple. So every fruit is a little different.
Have you guys tried watermelon? I'm sure that just disappears.
It's very interesting.
It's an interesting texture,
Yeah.
for sure. It's definitely a kid favorite.
Okay.
I would say it was definitely not an adult favorite in the office.
I did like it, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Now, have you guys tried black currants or red currants? Because I have hundreds of pounds of those. If you guys have you guys tried something like that?
We haven't done any currants, but I'm meeting with our chef tomorrow. That's definitely something I can ask him about. I think they would turn out great, and they would be perfect for salads.
For sure, like craisins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Okay, cool. All right, so I wanna know more about why the founders started freeze drying. Why their passion was freeze drying. What's the history with that? How'd they get the idea?
Yeah, so mostly, and without going into too much detail, it came down to the ability to be able to feed your family and not ever wanting somebody to go hungry. And so part of their initial discussions were, if we can do this and we can do and I say this, our big bags, they're a 5-gallon bag. And that 5-gallon bag of potatoes, freeze-dried mashed potatoes, will feed roughly 400 people. And in the event of an emergency, one of the things we all know about Alaska is Alaska imports an ungodly amount of food every year, right? And when we do that, we're taking food away from what our farmers can grow, but we're also not helping ourselves when it comes to waste. Our food banks here have banana ripening rooms because of the amount of bananas that they get donated to them, kind of keep them and be able to hold them for a long period of time. But they also have a ton of waste at the end of the day because things go bad. And rather than having potatoes go bad or bananas go bad or whatever it might be, we freeze dry it. We can fill a Connex with it. We can place that Connex up somewhere, say, closer to Nome. So if there's a massive flood that wipes out an area and they don't have a way to prepare anything, as long as they can boil water, they can make our mashed potatoes. A banana can be eaten, our freeze-dried bananas can be eaten just like a snack. You don't have to rehydrate it. And the plan is to be able to do the same thing with full meals. So you could have taco meat, you could have pulled pork, you can have biscuits and gravy, whatever it might be, to be able to help our communities when something goes wrong. And we all know that it does, right? In Ketchikan, when the flood last year, what was it, a year ago yesterday, I think it was, when that flood wiped out those homes, we could have given them food right then and there that was prepared by a chef, amazing food, and let them have the ability to be able to take care of themselves without an issue. And the same thing would go, whether it's a hurricane in the south or wherever it might be, being able to take care of our community is what's key. Even if that community means outside of Alaska, at some point that's going to happen, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, very cool. So how many product SKUs do you guys produce and sell, or does it vary depending on the season?
Sorry, I had to grab a drink of water. So currently right now we have 6 SKUs, 7 SKUs with our mashed potatoes because we'd rather do it right than go too fast.
Yeah.
We'll be adding a few more this fall, and from there we'll just kind of see where we go.
What's the product variability with mashed potatoes? It's not just one product. You guys have like different flavors or something?
We're going to do 2 different sizes. So we'll have separate, smaller size, but we also will have the Magic Mollies coming out, as well as hopefully carrots. We'll see what we end up with from the grow for this year.
So do you guys have a website? Can people order directly from you, or do you guys only sell through small distributors? Or Three Bears, which is a big distributor, but...
Danielle, do you want to take that one?
We do have a website. You can buy through them, through the stores. Do you want me to say the website?
Yeah.
I believe it's just alaskafoodco.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like an online store on there?
You can.
We currently do not have an online store set up.
You can see the product and kind of browse, but we cannot buy through the store.
So you can't buy through your guys' website, but you can buy. Does it list your distributing partners?
It does.
Okay. And right now it's Bush's Bunches, Three Bears. Is there anyone
All
else?
About Herbs.
All About Herbs.
Yeah.
And in Fairbanks, we have product at the Roaming Root.
The
store
Roaming
as
Root.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Are there any other distributors you guys are hoping to work with soon?
We do have a list of people that we are working with. I've contacted a lot of people that, potentials. Actually, some people from the fair have come to me wanting to work with us as well. So
Cool.
a lot in the works, yeah.
Yeah, exciting. So it sounds like the business is growing. What is the next big steps, exciting things that you guys are working on?
So next big steps would be bringing out some of those meals that I've talked about. We'll have those out small batch directly through our website. So those won't be in stores. They're going to be distributed directly from us. And then eventually we'll get those in the stores. We just want to see how they do first before we add too much to one place, right? Make sure we're doing it right.
Yep.
And then down the road, we're already working with a couple of the school districts. North Star Fairbanks School District is serving our potatoes and is doing another order, as well as Anchorage School District they're testing it right now. They'll have it in a couple weeks to have some of the kids test and see which ones they like best, and we'll go from there. There may be some other potato varieties coming out as well.
Cool. So
We'll see.
what's the best way for farmers to contact you guys or small growers and to try to work a business partnership with you?
Yeah, so they can reach directly out to Danielle, or they can reach out through our website, so alaskafoodco.com. There's the contact us on there. If they wanted to reach out to Danielle directly, her phone number is
907-315-6338.
Cool. Good. And do you guys have a social media presence as we
yeah.
close up this podcast? What's your guys' social media?
It's Alaska Food Co., both on Facebook and Insta.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Mandy and Danielle, for coming on the show, talking about Alaska Food Company. It sounds like the business is growing pretty quickly, and I hope to see all your products all over the place in every grocery store. And I hope lots of my farming friends can work with you guys. This is really exciting.
We'd love it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for listening to the Ag Matters. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska on Big Cabbage Radio. Ag Matters is a production of Radio Free Palmer, recorded at our studios in Palmer, Alaska. For more information about this program, email manager@radiofreepalmer.org.